Pakistani Islamic cleric who is notorious for his fatwas has been booked on blasphemy charges. This is what blasphemy law does to you, folks. It comes for you. In an intricate landscape of Pakistan's religious dynamics, a notable Islamic cleric, Mufti Hanif Qureshi, who issued a fatwa or Islamic death opinion and played a significant role in instigating the assassination of a reformist government, now faces blasphemy charges himself. Accused by two residents, Hafiz Shahid Mehmood and Imran Asghar, Qureshi allegedly made derogatory comments about the companions of the Prophet Muhammad, a grave offense under Pakistan's stringent blasphemy laws, and an offense which just a few weeks ago actually got increased in the penalty and penalization. These laws have been the subject of global debate, particularly as they've been recently amplified to impose harsher punishments against those disrespecting the Prophet Muhammad's immediate circle. The current accusations against Qureshi spotlight the unpredictable nature of religious sentiments in the nation. While the cleric had previously encouraged the murder of Governor Salman Taseer for perceived blasphemy, he now stands accused of a similar offense. The gravity of this situation is underscored by recent violent events in Pakistan, where mere accusations, whether substantiated or not, can lead to communal riots or even public lynchings. Oh my God. So let's dig into this. And we need to provide a little bit more background for people that don't know who this guy is and what's going down here.
Wait. Before you do that, you know what this reminded me of?
Hmm.
Hold on. Just- I just found it. Obviously, this should have been the
People who are only
thumbnail of this video.
listening, describe it. What did you show us for
Oh,
only
it's the
podcast
Spider-Man
listeners?
meme where the two Spider-Mans are pointing at each other like, no, you.
Oh my
uh,
God.
all right.
Okay. So let's unpack this. Let's provide some context. So I think it was about 2 decades ago. When did the Asia Bibi thing actually happen? So, um, let's for the sake of when did the Asia Bibi case happen? Okay, so in 2010, there was a Pakistani Christian woman named Asia Bibi who was accused of blasphemy and sentenced to death by hanging. And this happened because she's a Christian woman and she basically tried to drink water from the same place as a bunch of other Muslim women. And she's so filthy as an infidel and unbeliever and deemed so subhuman by these other people that this was worthy enough for them to then retaliate against her in the form of a blasphemy accusation, which is gonna, you're gonna be sentenced to death for that, especially as a religious minority. And in Punjab, Pakistan's most populous province, there was a governor, and his name was Salman Taseer. And Salman Taseer was very reformist. He was very liberal and wanted to help Pakistan progress. And he called for mercy for Asia Bibi and came out against the blasphemy charges against her. And because of this, muftis and clerics, such as Mufti Hanif Qureshi right here, issued a fatwa calling for the death of Salman Taseer because of his sympathies for this Christian woman accused of blasphemy over some BS. And because of that, one of his own bodyguards assassinated him. They assassinated Salman Taseer. His family had to flee Pakistan. And oh my God. Then, when his assassin, his murderer, was hanged by the state, executed by the state for what he did, there were mass processions for his memorial. The pictures of his memorial are shocking in how huge they are, in people celebrating the legacy of this man, basically as a martyr for Islam. Yes, look at this. I cannot even be like, my mind boggles at the size of this crowd. And now his grave,
So
this
just to be
murderer's,
clear,
yeah, go ahead.
these are people who are celebrating somebody, this man as a martyr for killing a person who was just defending someone's right to freedom of expression. So these are radical people. All of these people, millions of people, were considered this man a martyr, a hero, for killing a politician who he was supposed to protect just because he defended someone else's right to blaspheme. He didn't even blaspheme himself. He just defended someone else's right to blaspheme, and he
It
was
wasn't
killed
even
for
really
it.
her right to blaspheme. He was just calling for
Mm.
mercy for this poor woman.
Mercy. Yes. And these people think that because he was calling for mercy, all of these people you're saying on this picture, they believe that he should have been, it was right to kill him for calling for mercy for somebody because they're celebrating the murderer. All of these people celebrate this man as a hero. Like, imagine how backwards your religion must be, that somebody that who's calling for mercy is evil and deserving of death, and the person who killed it is a hero. That's what all of these people here believe. Yeah.
And now the site of this murderer's grave has become a shrine. It is one of the most, when you see, it's like opulent. It's now treated as a shrine where you go observe this like great hero, this great martyr for Islam, this murderer. Um and yeah. So Mufti Hanif Qureshi is one of the people that called for the murder of Salman
Mm.
Taseer. And now he has blasphemy accusations against himself. Now,
Mm.
granted, it's accusations of blasphemy against the companions, so that's not going to render the death sentence. You only
What did he say?
get the, I don't know. I couldn't find record of that anywhere. I don't know. Who knows?
Mm.
Who knows if he even said anything? It's probably just some personal BS. People use this to take out their personal grievances constantly.
I think it's going to get to the point where you better just not talk about Islam, because if you just talk about Islam, you don't know if you're blaspheming or not. Like, if the standards for blasphemy are so low right now in
You better
Pakistan.
just not know anyone. It doesn't matter if you talk about Islam, Armin. Anyone can accuse
Yeah,
you
but
of it regardless.
yeah.
You have a score you need to settle, make an accusation.
Mm. No, I mean, this is the fire that you started, and now you're burning in your own fire. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's only
Mm.
the insult to the Prophet Muhammad himself that gets the full-blown death penalty. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, they amplified the punishment for this to be several years in prison and a very hefty fine. I can't remember exactly how many years. Um, Wait, I think they might have increased it to be like no less than 3 to 6 years with a maximum of life. I could be misremembering, but I think that's the amplified penalty now.
Mm. You should have an Oprah scene like, you're blaspheming, everybody is blaspheming, like something like that. I mean,
Should we just
technically,
maximize the blasphemy accusations to the point that everyone has a blasphemy accusation against them so that no one can actually act on it because everyone has an accusation? You know what I mean?
right.
It's a dangerous game
I
to
mean,
play.
Imran Khan was blaspheming based on actually like the standards of blaspheming. He, like, even before this insanity, he was blaspheming against Islam, right? I mean, I have Islamic hadith that is technically blaspheming.
How
So
so?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I will get to that later, but yeah.
Yeah, Mohammed Tariq is saying Pakistan's penal code 295C is one of the world's most disgusting laws. You're 100% right.
Right. I mean, the very foundation of Islam is blaspheming against Islam because of the Quran being the uncreated word of God, challenges the concept of Tawheed. So Islam is technically blaspheming against Islam, but that's a different topic.
This is why we need the Mutazilites.
Right. All right. Can we clap? But wait, would you say, I don't want to suggest this because of the consequences, but some people might go out and say that, you know what, the best way to get rid of all this blasphemy nonsense is to go and accuse the people who started this of blasphemy, because the main people who are responsible for all these blasphemy insanity, just go and accuse them of that left and right.
It's a dangerous game to play, though.
Yes,
it's a dangerous game to play, and everyone gets burned. I mean, it really is like a lose-lose situation. You know what I mean? Like, do you really want to play that game?
Something will grow out of the ashes. Yeah, I don't know. Well, if you do that, then you should do it anonymously, like on Telegram and other places. You know what I mean? If you want to accuse them of it. With that, if I'm not suggesting any of these things, I'm just saying somebody.
Yeah, I don't think we want to go down that path.
No. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I mean, these are evil people. Do you know who makes the most amazing, gorgeous, and other adjectives that I can't use here on YouTube, blasphemous art ever? We do. And for some reason, we are giving it away for free. Download them now using the link in the description before we change our mind.